Another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday, sort of late afternoon, early evening, depending on when I actually upload this, when you actually see this. I hope the day is treated you well. You look forward to a good weekend. Weather, I don't know wise, I can't really see what the weather's going to look like this weekend, but hope it's going to be decent wherever you are. And if you're in South Africa or Australia, it's probably going to be good, let's be honest. In this video, though, we are talking about Sheffield United. Sunday, kickoff, 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure it is. So we're talking about that. We're talking about just things that are going into this game. Some form, some injury news, because Spurs do have some more injuries to talk about. So we're talking about that, as well as a little bit on Morgan Gibbs-White. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. I just want to say, though, if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. I have also uploaded a video earlier that was talking about Napoli wanting Radu Dragujin, as well as an update on the Emerson Royale to AC Milan transfer. So go back and have a look at that if you have missed it. But in this one, we're talking Sheffield United. And this game I felt like was always going to mean something, but I didn't think... I thought it'd mean a little bit more than it has. Bear with me. So Spurs right now sitting in 5th. We are obviously no longer able to jump up into the 4th spot. We are 3 points clear of Chelsea with a goal difference of -3 worse than them. We are also 6 points clear of Newcastle, 6 points clear of Manchester United. So the lowest we will finish this season is 6th. The highest is 5th. Obviously, a point would absolutely do it, but I'm here for a win. It's Sheffield United. They're a team that have conceded 101 goals this season. I'm here for the win. Look, it's been a pretty rocky time of things recently. With the I wouldn't say Ange is like at fault for it. I just think it's the situation and scenario that's really more of an issue. But it's, a situation of, Spurs are obviously going into this game, on the back of, I wouldn't say it's difficult subjects or anything like that. I just think it's a situation of the scenario, I guess. Look, it's a difficult one to talk about, if you know what I mean, in that regard. But I know of the away fans. They're fantastic. We've got some of the best away fans in the league, in my opinion. I know they'll be right behind the team, right behind the manager. It'll be definitely a better atmosphere from those small pocket of fans than it would have been the fans on Tuesday night. And look, do you know what? We win this weekend. We do kind of just forget about that Tuesday, and we go into the summer winning 20 games this season, which 20 out of 37 for the first season of a new manager and a new regime of changing the whole club and changing the whole style of play for over half a decade. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, we've conceded maybe a few more goals than people would have liked, but we've also probably scored more than people expected. So there's that. Let's talk about Sheffield United a little bit more first and foremost, and their form of the last 5 games. So it's gone from losing 4-1 at home to Burnley, losing 4-2 away to Manchester United, losing 5-1 away to Newcastle, 3-1 at home to Nottingham Forest, and 1-0 away to Everton. Now, Everton just don't score goals, so that feels like a 2 or 3 goal game. I mean, you'd think 4, 4, 5, 3 and 1. So if we add that up, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus the 3, 11, plus the 1 being 12, plus the 5 being 17. Quick maths, you'd love that. Look, it's over 3 goals a game. It's over 3 goals a game. We need to be going in there now, even though, yes, maybe form-wise, we're not the best. But we have been in pretty much every game. We've scored, other than the Chelsea-Newcastle game, we've scored 2, 2, and 2. And obviously that was the last 6, sorry. You could, in theory, say the last 6 have been the Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Burnley, and Man City. So we're scoring goals. I expect us to score 2 or 3 minimum, if I'm honest. I could probably see it being maybe 4 or 5. As you can tell, I'm predicting a win. Sheffield United have scored 35 goals in 37 games, so less than 1 a game they're scoring. They're also conceded 101 times with a goal difference of -66. They are off relegation. They are off by 13 points, which Nottingham Forest have 29. So it's not like Nottingham Forest having a belter of a season. Obviously, I know they had some point deductions and what have you. Technically, Luton aren't down. They just need a 12-goal swing. So, Forest need to get absolutely battered and Luton need to have an absolute almighty game, which, it's not going to happen, is it? It's kind of the only thing really to play for this season is the European places of... obviously, the title race, I know about that. But the other, in terms of 5th and 6th, still going at it. Technically, Newcastle could still finish above Chelsea in 6th. Man United, they could finish still in the top 7. So still plenty to play for. So Spurs need to be at it. We're going to need to be at it. If I was looking at the team that we put out against City, who... look, we actually weren't that bad against City. Obviously, Vic in goal, Porro, Romero, Dragoshin and Van der Ven is the back 4. Midfield 3 of Højbjerg, Bentancur, Maddison. Sarr was sort of playing this weird false 9 with Jono and Sonny. The team news, the injury news I've got to talk about because I was looking at the substitute bench and he's on there, is Giovanni Lo Celso has picked up a small knock, which they say he could miss the game. If I'm honest, with that being the news... Yeah, I think it's done. I think his career at Spurs is done because of this. He plays 5-10 minutes here and there and picks up a knock. I just think it's over, Andrew's been talking. He said that Tuesday night was his worst experience he's ever had as a football manager because once he realised he got it wrong and fans were actually rooting for City, he had real anxiety that if Spurs took a hiding, his integrity would have been questioned. I get that. I totally get that. And I'm not angry with that, if I'm honest. Yeah, I feel for the guy. Yeah, I feel for the guy. Look, if I'm honest, I expect the team to be put out this weekend. I expect the back 5 to be the same of Vic, Porro, Romero, Dragoshin, Van der Ven. I think Sarr will start. I think Maddison will start. I think Bentancur instead of Højbjerg, hopefully, starting as the 6. And then I think your front 3, Sonny, Jono, and he'll probably put on Kulusevski. Ooh, yeah, that's a player out of form for sure. But he'll probably do that. Because looking at the rest of that bench, without Gio and Kulusevski might start, you think Højbjerg, Skip, Mikey Moore, Brian Hill, Emerson Royale, Brandon Austin, Dane Scarlett and Tyrese Hall. Good Lord and help us, because that is weak. No offense to the youngsters, because they're unproven. I'm not going to say they're rubbish or great or anything in between. It's just unproven, and it'd be nice to have like a Richarlison or whatever there, but we don't, and we're not going to have them. We're not going to have Richarlison. We're not going to have Adogi. We're not going to have Cess. We're not going to have Davies. We're not going to have Bissouma. Obviously, Richie being another one there. Timo Werner. So we're missing a lot of players through injury at the moment. I think if I'm going to go for a scoreline, I'm going to say 4-1 Spurs. I just think Sheffield United cannot defend. And, I guess we can't, stop at a set piece or two. So maybe they might get 1, but I think Spurs go 2 or 3 up. Sheffield United get 1 and then Spurs get a counter-attack or something late on. And it's over. So, yeah, I think 5-1's a fair 5-1. 4-1. Apologies. Bit of a wally there, aren't I? So, yeah, there is that. Right, I want to bring up... and by the way, guys, let me know your thoughts and feelings about the game. Your score, shout, all that jazz. I want to know it all. I want to talk about the Gibbs-White report. I had it up. I don't know where I've put it. Let me get it up for you. So bear with me, guys. I'm unprepared. You should shoot me for that, because that is rubbish. It's rubbish. Right, here we go. So it said, from Football Insider, said that Tottenham have held discussions over a transfer move to sign Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest this summer. Now, there's an issue to this, in my opinion, because let's say you do want Morgan Gibbs-White. Let's play hypothetical game. Because Forest aren't going down, they're not going to need to sell as much. Sorry, if you can hear my dog barking, I apologise He barks like a girl. He, with them staying up, we just don't need to sell. We don't, right? Sorry, we don't. They don't. Sorry. But the thing is, I'll say about that is, it might be a blessing in disguise, because I think Spurs will, I think Spurs should be looking at Eberechi Eze. Yes, he might be a bit more, but we've seen this year, since he's come back from injury, he obviously scored against Spurs himself. Him and Elise have been absolutely incredible. And I've actually really enjoyed watching Crystal Palace say, which I didn't think I'd ever say at the start of this season, that I enjoy watching Crystal Palace, because nobody would have done, I don't think Palace would have done under Hodgson. With Glasner, he's gone in there and he's just got them humming. And him and Elise have been brilliant. Mateta, the guy has woken up, something within him that he's turned into this absolute goal threat. And fair play to him. But, Eberechi Eze is where we should be looking and rocking for that sort of wing attacker, centre attacking mid kind of vibe. I would much rather Eberechi Eze. I would prefer Danny Olmo. There's actually a few players I'd rather, to be fair. Gibbs-White's not going to be cheap. It's going to be 50 million onwards, to be honest, I think, because obviously Forest paid a good chunk of money for him. It was small to start, but add-ons wise, it would have added up over that time. I just think you're better off, go and get Eze, go and get the guy who I think in a couple of years' time is going to be one of the best players in the league. I think he's already on his way there. I just think in a couple of years, when he sort of hits his prime, I think he'll be there. So that's who I hope for. But anyway, guys, in the video, I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings about the game tomorrow, and just comments, the injury situation, score predictions, all that jazz. Obviously, your thoughts and feelings about Morgan Gibbs-White as well. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, in the video, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.